Jonny, the Premier League specialist is back for finals night's appearance now. Must be a good feeling.
It is a good feeling, to be honest. You know, we're all chasing the same night, don't we? And to be a part of the four, it's great.
You have been in the top four the whole of this journey. Would it be a massive disappointment now if you don't go and finish the job tomorrow after being so consistent?
Obviously, you know, we're all here to try and win that trophy, isn't it? You know, but I'm a big believer in finals night. It's anybody. So whoever's on form tomorrow night will lift that trophy. You know, so hopefully I'm the one on form, and that little check will come back to my little village in Pontevedra. So no, I'm going to, you know, obviously we're all there to try and do the same thing. Hopefully it's my night.
Your place was secured here a long time ago. Has it been difficult to keep the motivation levels up before getting here?
No, not really. It was a different feeling when you know you're safe, obviously, you know, because it's not as if the game doesn't mean anything, because you still play for a lot of money. But it's like, you know, I lost, you know, first match of the night. It's still in your head as if I'm still safe to be in the O2. And at the beginning of this campaign, it's getting to the O2. So it's a weird feeling knowing that you've already qualified, but you're still trying to win money on the night. So, you know, I've done my job, like I said at the beginning. I was looking for 2 points tonight. Done it by here, and hopefully I'm going to lift that trophy tomorrow night. Before
a dart was thrown, obviously it was well documented that you were favourite to finish bottom, yet you were first to qualify here. Is that a nice one up to the people that doubted you?
Yeah, you're trying to make me swear here. No, genuinely, you know, I was gutted to hear that. You know, being world number 5, not won any big majors to get me up there, so I'm pretty consistent. And then they reckon I finished bottom. Obviously, they weren't drinking the same tea as I was drinking. But no, to be fair, I've put a lot of people quiet. I think being out of the Premier League last year, that really hurt where I should have been in. But proved my point. Back in the top 4. Look out, hopefully I can, like I say, hopefully I can win tomorrow.
And last week, all the talk was who was going to finish 3rd, who was going to finish 4th. Did you care who you played in the semi-final?
No, I think it's just like, as a player, whoever it is, you know, you all want to be on that final night, on that stage. If you can play your best darts, you've got a good chance of winning. Finals night means winner takes all. You know, you've got 16 weeks to try and build, you know, your campaign for the finals night, but finals night, winner takes all. If you're not on form, you ain't winning that trophy. So, you know, hopefully it's my night.
Cheers, Jonny.
Jonny, you've spoken a lot about being made the outsider from the start. You're the outsider again tomorrow night. Does that fire you up?
You know, it is what it is. You know, I don't feel like the outsider, so I'm going to put out there, up on that stage to win. You know, I've proved that I can do it. I've beaten everyone all the way through, so why can't I can't win tomorrow night. So hopefully tomorrow night is going to be, you know, a little trophy coming back to my little village.
The last 2 times you've been in the playoffs, you've suffered quite heavy semi-final defeats. How determined are you to make sure that doesn't happen again after such a great campaign?
Yeah, thanks for reminding me of that. Like, no, obviously, you know, the last time I was here, Gez beat me 10-2, I think. And like Mark Webster always says, what's your favourite time, Jonny? 10-2, yeah? Yeah, so he keeps reminding me on that. So, yeah, obviously, you know, I'm not here to try to do that again. Now, hopefully, it's going to be, you know, the boot on the other foot, so I can beat Cliff Humphreys, you know, 10-2. Whether that happens, doubt it very much, but I'm here to win. I don't care if I win 10-9 or 10-0. You know, I'm here to win a game.
Do you feel like there's no pressure on your shoulders, given all the talks about potentially another Luke's final? You know?
Yeah, well, it's the same as, you know, we've all got our own opinion who's going to win a match of darts or a game of football or a game of rugby, whatever. You know, it's like whoever performs tomorrow night on that stage will win, and hope it's me.
Cheers, Jonny.
Thank you.
Hi Jonny, thanks for your time. The boy's spoken there about how he was written off before the Premier League, but just spoken to Luke Humphreys. He was one of the ones who didn't write you off. He expected you to be in the top 4. So what's it like when you hear your peers talking about you at that level, even if others perhaps aren't?
Yeah, it's always nice, you know. I mean, that's respect from other players. You know, I give total respect to whoever I play against on the night. you know, I'm one of these. I'm easy-go-lucky. You know, it's like I just want to show what I can do. And I think getting to the last night, top 4, I've shown that I can actually play darts, and to have respect from the world number 2 world, it's great.
Why do you think you was written up? Because like you said, you're world number 5, Welshman number 1. We know that your record in the Premier League is fantastic. It's seen almost a strange thing of someone of your pedigree and recent heritage to be written up like that.
Yeah, that question is perfect time, because Gezzy's just one. Can you say that Welsh number 1 bit again? Now, obviously, you know, it's we can all play darts. Darts is, you know, it's a game of on form. You've got a good chance of winning. If you're not on form, you're going home empty-handed, and that's how I look at it. It's if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I want to be in that final game. I want to be lifting that trophy. I worked hard for 16 weeks. Now I think it's time to show that I can do it.
And Luke Humphries has been in a scintillating form in the Premier League, also on the Pro Tour as well, with the numbers he's been putting in, winning titles. Do you feel like you're going into tomorrow playing against the best player in the world right now?
Well, he's proved that he can do it, doesn't he? You know, to be fair to Luke, he's a great player. You know, you don't win titles like Luke has done, being a world champion. You know, like he's done for being, you know, I'm not saying a rubbish player, I mean, not a good player. You've done it because you've got world class. And to be fair, world number 2, the 2 Lukes are making it difficult for us. So, you know, but I'm still there, I'm still hanging on, and hopefully I can, you know, I can put the number 2 quiet tomorrow night. You know, we're great friends, we're from the same camp, Modus, and I think it's going to be a good game.
Jonny, good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Jonny.
Hi Johnny, Gezzy was in here earlier and he said it almost felt like a new tournament. But you look at it maybe in a different way. Do you see it more of a continuation of the path you've been on to get to these last 4? Just because we're in the O2, it's a high profile venue, maybe last 4. Do you see it more of a continuation rather than a new tournament?
No, it's I find, you know, it's been 16 long weeks, you know, so that's one part of the job done. Tomorrow night is part 2, and I think as a player, lucky enough to be, you know, in the top 4, you know, 4 have lost out, but to be a part of that is part 2 of the job. But tomorrow night is the important part of winner takes all. Hopefully, like I always say, it's going to be my night, but hopefully I turn up. Hopefully I show why I'm there. Get relaxed, get a smile on my face, and let the dance do the talking. So, you know, it's week in, week out. It's dance. You know, it's a competition. It's another competition, and we're out to win.
Yeah. And Johnny, all 4 players had different paths to get here. Some obviously clinched it very late on, some have got there earlier. Having that advantage to know that you were going to be in it for maybe a while before the others, can you psychologically prepare that bit more, knowing that you can sort of, you're not fretting that bit of waiting to know? You already know I'm in this, I know I have that bit of build up and that lead up time to get everything that I needed to do.
Well, it's a great thing, obviously, knowing that you're in, that you're not fighting for, you know, say the last 2 weeks. Obviously, you know, to be fair to Luke Humphries, you know, he'd done the job when he needed to do it, you know, and, you know, as a player, I think that's fantastic. But it's a better feeling knowing that you're actually in a bit earlier. So, as a person, I think, you know, I'd done my job. I qualified, like, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks before. I knew I was in, so I'd done my job. The game was just a little bit easier, a little bit more relaxed. You know, you're enjoying your time up there. You don't, it sounds wrong, but it's as if you don't care if you win or lose on the night. Obviously, you're playing for a lot of money, but the aim of this is to get to the finals night. I was in, that's all that counted.
And last one for me, Johnny, we always know in these sort of formats there's going to be 3 or 4 maybe defining moments in that game, in that sort of sense, that's going to swing it either way. How many of those defining moments do you think realistically, if you break even on those, maybe those 2 out of those 4 defining moments, is that the difference really? Because it always comes down to maybe 3, 4 little things that swings it.
Yeah, I'm a great believer in whatever you do in life, you need a bit of luck. You know, especially in sport, doesn't matter how good you are. You know, it's like, if you're given a chance, then you need that bit of luck to take, maybe it's the last, you know, the last half for a double. You know, like, that's the bit of luck. You need you know, the rub of the green. You need that bit of luck to, you know, maybe take an out shot where your opponent has missed 3 darts and you're taking 10 plus out. You know, that hurts your opponent, but those are the moments that you really need to take advantage of. If you don't get that bit of luck and take those chances, that game gets a lot harder. So hopefully, the luck is on my side tomorrow night.
Jonny, I might have to listen to this one because he's just joined us in the back of the room, but there's been talk about an all-League final, but for you and Gezi, how nice would it be to have an all-League final?
Yeah, it'd be great, being Welsh, obviously, Welshman proud, obviously, it'd be great to have an all-Welsh final. You know, like I say, we've got two very hard Englishmen to beat if we're going to have that all-Welsh final. So, you know, there's 4 great players there, who knows, it's all on the night.